Hopefully you learned something about timelines today. Now hopefully you guys are getting my joke. Timelines. Haha. Alright, so our learning goal for today is students will sequence events and developments within a chronological framework with reference to periods of time. They select and organize information from primary and secondary sources and use it as evidence to answer inquiry questions. So today we're not going to be focusing too much on inquiry questions, but we are going to be focusing on chronological framework. Now, right now, if you do not know what chronological means, I want you to stop this video, go to Google and define chronological. And that is a new word for today. So if you have learnt nothing else today at all, at least now you can go home and tell your parents that you know what chronological means. Now, chronological is to do with the series of events that happen over a period of time. Chronological generally means in order from first to last. So the first thing that happened to the last thing, or the most recent thing that has happened. Now, a chronological framework is often referred to as a timeline, or can be demonstrated as a timeline. So, click to add title. Oh dear. So today what we are doing is interpreting and constructing timelines. So why are we doing this? We're doing this because timelines are particularly useful for studying history, as they convey a sense of change over time. Wars and social movements are often shown as timelines, and timelines are also useful for biographies. Now, you guys are too young to have social media, I'm pretty sure, unless the terms and conditions have changed since I became a boomer, but timelines are featured on most social media apps as well. So TikTok has the For You page, but Facebook does have a timeline, so does Instagram. So there you go, there's some relevance for you as well. So here's a video that you can have a look at right now. I'm not going to play it for you on this recording. Actually, I will. No, actually, psych. The video will be linked on the launch page on iLearn. So I'm going to start calling it the launch page, just because if we get cancelled, then I want you guys to know what I'm talking about, and all my favorite podcasters refer to it like that. So hopefully that makes sense to you. So it will be on the iLearn page for you to have a look at. It's an explanation of how timelines work, why we use them, etc. Today, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be making our own timeline. I want you to pause the video, go and have a look at the iLearn page for the last video, and then once you finish that, come back and just check to make sure that you understand these things. Timelines are often used in education. They help students and researchers understand the order of chronology, thank you, Lincoln, of historical events for a subject. A timeline can be used to visualize the time between events, durations such as lifetimes of wars, and the overlap of events. And timelines, like I said before, are particularly useful for studying history, as they convey a sense of change over time. This is really, really, really important. All right. So today, what are we going to be doing? We are actually going to be just making sure that we understand how to form a timeline and what actually goes on a timeline. Often timelines can end up kind of like bubble writing titles, where you start adding a whole lot of detail, but when you get to the last couple of letters that you're meant to be writing in, you've kind of run out of room. And so it's important that when we make a timeline that we have all the events that we want to write about, and then we actually get rid of the ones that maybe aren't as important or pivotal in the duration of time that we are looking at. So the chronological period that we're looking at. Now today, for this example, what you're going to be doing is making a timeline of your weekend, or if you want more of a challenge, your whole life. Now, parts of that are going to be difficult because you don't really remember them, but most of those things will be possible. So what I want you to do is this. The scaffold has 9 boxes, so not a whole lot of detail needs to go into this, but I do want you to do an excellent job. So, include significant events, and if you don't know exact date things happened during your life, then if you can put down your age, the year it happened, or a rough guess or estimate, that'd be awesome. And in each box, please write a description, a brief one, of the important event and the date it occurred. If possible, if you've got a picture, say you're working from home, feel free to include it, or If there's like a picture of the geographical location that the thing happened at, so if it was like the first time you went to a football game, or maybe you went skydiving, don't even know if that's illegal for 13-year-olds to go skydiving, but anyways, if that happened and you've got a picture of someone going skydiving, by all means put it in. In each box, I've already talked about that. If you can also put a brief explanation of why you chose that event, that would be awesome as well. Once you've completed this, please upload it to the iLearn page on your integrated class page. What I've done is I've created some due work for you. So what you need to do is to get the scaffold, which is on the course page, on the class page in today's lesson, download that, fill in the scaffold, and then upload it as your own saved work. Please include your name in the file. Just makes it way easier for me to check. All right. There is an extension activity, and this is if you have time today before either going to your next period, or if you are playing from home. If you've got time before, I don't know, and your next nap. Just joking. I know that you guys are doing lots of hard work at home and cleaning and helping your parents out. So what we're doing for an extension is this. We're going to watch the following video, which is about 11 to 12 minute song, and it's about it is a chronological history of Egypt. It is for children and it's pretty entertaining. So I do advise that even if you don't have time to do this activity, do check it out just to consolidate your understanding of ancient Egypt. And what I want you to do is use the same scaffold from before and add the 9 most important moments in ancient Egypt's history and explain why you chose each one. The explanation of why you chose each one is a really important part. What that shows is that you've understood how these moments were significant in Egypt's history and perhaps in our modern world's history. As the video goes on to describe, a lot of things that happened in ancient Egypt have actually had quite a flow-on effect to us in modern day life. And so I want you to do that. Also upload it, even if you would like to, if you could please upload both these timelines as one Word document, that would be absolutely magnificent and greatly appreciated. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoy. Bye.